team, I hope you're all well. Today this video is going to be my turkey vlog. So I am filming this once I'm back because I forgot to film an intro before I left. I thought this vlog might be more of me sitting down and chatting with you. It turns out that is not the case. I got loads of B-roll every time. I got loads of B-roll of the trip itself. There is a segment of me chatting to you and updating you on the books that I've read, but overall it's mostly just B-roll. The trip was actually a much more busier trip than we anticipated. The first week or 8 or 9 days or so we were with Andy's mum, stepdad and his niece, so it was quite busy because we were trying to cram a lot in while they were there. And then the last few days was a lot of me and Andy just kind of chilling out and relaxing, so it wasn't too chatty as far as the vlog is concerned, but you will get lots of B-roll of exactly what we did on the trip. And then once I got back, I did an unboxing of everything that had come while I was away. So that's essentially going to be the setup of this video in advance, just to let you know. I did finish a couple of books before I went away, so I did want to chat with you about them very quickly because I was partway through these in March and I actually finished them, I think, the 1st and 2nd of April, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to chat with you about those very quickly because obviously I wasn't filming at that point because it was right before I was going on holiday. And give you an update on them and my ratings so that you know exactly what I've read. So these were the first 2 books of April because I wasn't quite, I think I was about halfway through both of these when the 1st of April hit, so I counted them as April reads. Over halfway I would have counted them as March reads. So the first one was Mina and the Slayers, and I ended up giving this one 5 stars. This series is so good and I'm really enjoying it, having a very good time with it. This one was following Mina basically finding herself in a situation where there are now slayers in New Orleans because of the vampire insurgents, and it was really good. I had just had a fantastic time being back with these characters again. I say that like I had a break, much of a break between Mina and the Undead and Mina and the Slayers. I didn't, but I really enjoyed this one. It was fantastic. I just loved the writing style and I loved the whole throwback back to the 90s with it being set in 1995 New Orleans. I just really enjoy it. Everything about it fantastic. 5 stars. And then I also read Funny Feelings by Tara Jewett, which I really enjoyed as well. I gave this one 4 stars on Goodreads, 4.5 stars on Corpile, and this one was very good. I think the thing for me with this one is that it didn't really do anything too special for me, different than what a normal romance does for me. Sometimes I need it to have a kick. I need to have some emotion or something from it. This was adorable though. We're following Farley Jones, who is a comedian, and she's really trying to make it big in her career, and her manager is called Maya, who's a single dad. Now Farley's kind of very much so integrated herself within their lives, and his daughter is absolutely adorable, Hazel. She's deaf but she's just so adorable. She's got so much sass. She loves Farley and she's just really cute. She is like the star of the show in this book for me. I love her. Basically these two have been friends for a very long time. Maya again is her manager, and he's trying to help her make it big in this career. He used to be a comedian, and then obviously Hazel came along and he retired from that because he's ended up being a single dad. So he's trying to live his dream through Farley essentially, but it's very clear to everyone else and also to them that they very much so have feelings for each other, but they don't want to act upon them. She doesn't want to act on them because she doesn't think they're reciprocated. She thinks it's unrequited love. He doesn't want to act on it because he's her manager. He's got Hazel. He doesn't want to fuck up the friendship. He doesn't want to fuck up their working relationship. There are many reasons why. There is also an age gap in this as well, so that kind of holds him back a little bit. But they end up in a fake dating situation to try and help Farley get bigger in the industry. And it very quickly becomes clear that that is not what they want. They don't want it to be fake. They want it to be real. It was adorable. I had a very good time with it. I am obsessed with this cover. Really enjoyed it. So a 5 and a 4.5 star read to kick the month off, which was really good right before I went on holiday, so I had a good time with both of those. And then I disappeared to Andy's on the Wednesday and we went on holiday on the Friday. The travelling was quite long on the Friday because we got to the airport for, I think Matt dropped us off for about 2:15. We couldn't check in until about, I think it was about 3, maybe a little bit earlier, I can't remember, maybe about 3. We got through security and everything and managed to get some food, but in general the flight's only like 4.5 hours, but because the transfer from the airport to the hotel was like 2 hours, the flight was delayed by about an hour because someone had got on the plane with 2 very young kids and hadn't booked her seats. So her kids were scattered around the plane. So there was a lot of fucking around trying to move people about so that she could sit with her kids. Absolutely fine with that. No problem at all. The issue I have is if you're going on a plane with 2 young kids, book your ticket, like book your seats, for God's sake. Like, don't just assume you're going to get seats next to each other. It's not the case. So there was a lot of fucking around with that. The plane was delayed, so we ended up missing, well, we think we missed our transfer to the hotel. So when we got to the airport then, we're looking for our transfer to the hotel. We ended up with this really bougie, huge Mercedes van. It wasn't a van. It was like a bougie minibus. Really nice. Perfect driver, everything like that. Really good. 2 hours to the hotel, and well, actually it wasn't quite 2 hours, it was an hour and a half because we weren't doing drop-offs. It was just me and Andy in this minibus. So then we got to the hotel. It was around 3 o'clock in the morning, so we went to sleep for a few hours and then we got up in the morning, we went down for breakfast. Andy had been in communication with his mum. His stepdad didn't know we were going. It was his 70th birthday while we were away and he didn't know we were going. So we went down for breakfast in the morning and Helen had very well positioned her and Amelia so that they could see us come in, but John had his back to us. So when we got to the table, he was so shocked. I was suspicious he might know, but he didn't. He was so shocked. He was in tears, bless him, bless his heart. He was in tears. He was really shocked, really happy to see us, and we had a really good time. I think you know, we really helped boost his birthday a little bit, which I'm really happy about, and I hope he had a fantastic birthday. And it was really good. We made some friends on holiday with some of Helen and John's previous friends, because they go a lot to Turkey, to that specific area, and it was just fantastic. We had a really good time. I do feel like I need a rest from the holiday though. You know, when you go on holiday, you come back, you're like, I need a holiday from the holiday. A little bit of that, but I was keen to get back to work. I was very excited to come back, continue making videos and doing sprints with my patrons and all that good stuff. But I had a really good time. Fantastic break, had a great time. A couple of trips that we did were really good, and yeah, it was lovely. I have got the travel bug again now though, so me and Andy are currently looking into booking a bit of a city break later on this year. But if you also have the travel bug and you are a little bit of a traveller, I do have a trip to Greece happening next year in April. I'm really excited about it. It's with Trove Trip and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to Athens and also Santorini, 2 places I've never been before, so for me this is a huge thing. I have been very privileged to be able to do a lot of travelling in my life from being a kid right up until now, and I've been very privileged and very lucky to be able to do a lot of travelling. So there is obviously a bazillion places I haven't been to, but as far as like popular places, somewhere like Greece, the only place I've been to in Greece is Kos. So for me to go to Athens and Santorini, incredible. I'm very excited to do this trip with you because you can come with us. So if you would like more information on this trip to Greece, I will leave the link in the description box down below. Please do check it out. You can currently book on the trip, and I'm really hyped for it. I'm very excited. You do not have to pay the whole amount off now. You can pay 25% deposit now, and then you can pay off in installments, whether that looks like monthly to you or 6 monthly to you, whatever that is. You can pay off in installments until 90 days before the trip. So if you're interested in coming with us, it is from the 11th to the 17th of April and next year. So you've got some time to, you know, pay the trip off, etc. And I'm really stoked. Jade is coming with us as well as my +1, and we're both very excited for the trip. We already do have 5 travellers on board, so there are only 5 early bird spots left. So if you want a chance to save $150 on this trip, try and get an early bird spot. I would highly recommend. And the 5 travellers that are already coming and booked on the trip are incredible. I'm so stoked to be traveling with them, and I'm really hyped for this trip. I'm so excited. So if you're interested in finding out more, I will leave a link in the description box down below. I also have a Discord set up with the travelers and anybody else who is currently interested in coming with us. If you're very interested in coming, or you book on and you would like to be involved in the Discord link, send me a DM. Either leave me a comment in the description box down below or send me a DM on Instagram or whatever. Or if you're in, you know, my Patreon, you've got me on Discord already, send me a DM on there and I will send you the link to the Discord. I don't want it to be overrun, so I am keeping the link close to my chest and sending it out to people that are interested. But it's a fun time over there. We're able to get to know each other, we're able to ask questions. If it's something that you're interested in but you want to know more information, you're 100% welcome to join that Discord. But we're also going to be doing a couple of buddy reads of books set in Greece or Greek mythology books. I'm going to be broadening my horizons a little bit with that because I don't read Greek mythology at all. And we're also hoping to set up some watch-alongs as well of some movies, the likes of Mamma Mia, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, etc, just to build momentum before we go on the trip. And I'm really excited. So if you're interested, link in the description box down below. Send me a DM if you would like to join the Discord group. And yeah, I just wanted to plug that here a little bit just in case you were interested in coming. It feels like the perfect time to do so, with this being more of a travel vlog. There is some reading in it, so don't panic, it's a travel reading vlog. But yeah, all the information in the description box down below. So I hope you do enjoy this vlog and enjoy a little bit of B-roll before you get into an unboxing.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down,
Hello team, it is Thursday. We're going home tomorrow and I haven't done a single update for this vlog while we've been here. It's a bit difficult because I don't know if you can hear the music in the background and I don't want to obviously get demonetized because of that, so I'm hoping that if I talk long enough you won't be able to hear it. I do have a few reading updates for you, but the first thing I'm going to tell you about is a couple of books that I picked up from WH Smith in the airport. So I did get Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This is a large paperback. We don't usually get these in the UK, but yeah, this one is a thriller and I have heard good things about it. And then the other one that I did get is Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent, which which again is another, it's a mystery. I think Sally Diamond cannot understand what she did was so strange. She was only doing what her father told her to do, to put him out with the rubbish when he died. And I have since had an email from the publisher to say that they're sending me a copy of this, so I'm going to end up with 2 copies. But those are the 2 books that I bought from the airport on the way. And then I finished 2 books and I am halfway through 2 more books. So the first book that I did finish was Come Closer by Sarah Gran, which is the book that I picked out using the scavenger hunt. And this one is a thriller horror, and it's basically following this woman through, I don't want to say too much because it will spoil it, it's very short and the back gives you nothing, so I don't want to say too much, but it's basically following this woman, almost like diary entries if you like, through the process of being possessed by a demon. We start off very, very early on with her possession, in which she starts to have mood swings and different things like that, and then it progresses into complete blackouts, being nasty to people, and finding that she, instead of, if she's going to try to help save somebody, she ends up hurting them instead, things like that. And it's basically her dissension's not a word, is it? Ascension's a word, but dissension's not. It's basically her descent into complete demonic possession, and that's all I'm going to tell you about that. I gave this one 4 stars. It was very, very good. I don't think it was as horrifying or terrifying as the reviews make out on the back, but it was frightening to some extent. And then the second book that I finished, I don't physically own, it was Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorich. I don't know how you pronounce that last name, my apologies. I finished this one last night on audio. I liked this one. I was finding that every time I put it down I wasn't in a quick rush to get back to it, and I think the reason being is that I'm always looking for something that gives me ACOTAR vibes. However, this, it was literally ACOTAR. Some of the characters in it, there's a character called Cassius, which, you know, Cassian. There is a character in it called Riker, who is literally Rhysand. So there is a lot of similarities. It is fae, it is vampires, there's a lot of similarities with this. We're following our main character Scarlet, and she is basically, she's been brought up in this place where there are lots of different women, and they've been kind of brought up fighting, and they're kind of warriors if you like. And there is this new general in town called Riker who knows some stuff, starts to pick up on some stuff about Scarlet that she doesn't know about herself, and things just kind of go from there. She's got this best friend called Cassius, who she's very, very close to, and a lot of people think are together, but they're not, they're just best friends. She's got this like handmaid if you like called Tava. I really love Tava's character, but I'm intrigued to continue on with it. So I did find myself thinking that it was too alike to ACOTAR, probably a little bit too much, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. I haven't run it through Corpile yet. And then the 2 other books that I am partway through, again, one's on Kindle and it is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. It's an arc that doesn't come out until July, I don't think. And that one is following Ethan, who is a 40-year-old man, 40-odd-year-old man, and he's just gotten back to his hometown. His parents have gone to move to Florida, and he has moved back in at his parents, either temporarily or permanently, and it's brought back a lot of memories of his childhood. When he was 11, his best friend Billy was kidnapped and never found. They were camping in the back garden of his parents' house, and he woke up in the morning, there was a slice through the tent and Billy was missing and his body was never found. So he's come back to town, and a load of strange things are happening in town now. We're also following, it's very clever the way it's done, we follow him in present day when he's like 41 years old, and then we go back in time where we get almost like diary entries, if you like, from Ethan's POV. We've got one from Billy's, we've got one from Ashley's, who is Ethan's babysitter, she's 5 years older than him. We've got one from Ragesh, I think his name is, who was another kid around the same time. We've got one from Russ, who was another kid around the same time, and we're just getting different POVs. We've got one from Ethan's mum, and it's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm about 50% through that, and then I'm also 50% through Mina and the Cult by Amy McCall, which is the third and final book in the Mina series, and I'm really enjoying this one. Again, this follows Mina, who is in the first book 17 years old. Her older sister Libby is 19, and they are from Whitby in the UK, and about a year ago their mum went missing. Well, she just disappeared off the face of the planet, and they ended up staying with their aunt, and not long after, Libby went to live in New Orleans to go to college, and she works in this horror mansion, if you like, where they dress up the rooms for different horror movies and show people around and scare them. And Mina decides to go and spend the summer with Libby in New Orleans because her aunt would like to go travelling. So she decides to go and do that. She moves in with Libby and her flatmates, Jared and another guy whose name I now cannot remember off the top of my head. Libby has a girlfriend called Della, and strange things start to happen within New Orleans. This is a vampire story, and it's very good, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I am about halfway through this one as well. I've been very much in an audio mood rather than physical read, so it's been taking me a bit longer to get through Mina and Middle of the Night, but I'm hoping to get back to them soon and get them finished. So yeah, I did both Lady of Darkness and Come Closer on audio, and this and Middle of the Night have been my physical reads. Maybe I'll get some more reading done on the plane, maybe a little bit more today. Our plan today is still quite early. I don't even know what time it is. It's 10 to 11. We have been up since 8 o'clock, so that we could go and get some breakfast. So I'm going to jump in the shower, and then I think we're going to go and get some lunch, and then myself and Andy are getting a tattoo at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, and we need to pack as well. I have started. Andy has basically lived out of his suitcase, so he hasn't got much to do, and we are gonna do that. And then this evening we're going out for a meal at one of Andy's mum's friends' places, Errol. The place is called Andy's Restaurant, and we spent quite a lot of time down there, so I wanted to go there for our last meal, even though we can get food here because we're all inclusive. I wanted to go there for our last meal as a little treat. But yeah, it's been a really good holiday so far. It's been very, very warm for April. We've had a couple of dull days. Today's one of them, but otherwise it's been really good. I think the only thing that's let it down a little bit has been this room. We've been put in a disabled room, which is fine, but I just don't think that the amenities in this room are great for wheelchair users specifically. So it is what it is. It's quite a small room considering it is a disability room, but it is what it is. Otherwise, the weather's been fantastic, the food has been really good, and we've had a good time. So yeah, I think we're both pretty much ready to go home. But that will be tomorrow's trip. So I just wanted to come and give you an update on my books so that I wasn't giving you a massive update when I get home. I think what I'm going to do when I get home is give you a final update on the reading and do probably a significantly large unboxing as well, because I'm fairly certain there have been many deliveries while I've been away for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I think that's what I'll probably end up doing. But I'm gonna make a move so I can go and jump in the shower even, and I will check back in with you. I'll probably show you the tattoo later once it has recovered for a little bit. But yeah, I will check back in with you then. Okay, hey, we've got quite a bit to unbox. I've got a few subscription boxes and I have a whole stack of pre-orders from Waterstones, and then this mysterious parcel on top, which I think I'm going to start off with because I'm interested to know what is in here. So let's have a butcher's, find out what we've got for the unboxing proportion of this video. Kept getting emails the whole time I was on holiday to say, parcel's been delivered, parcel's been delivered. This is a lot less than I thought it was going to be, so I'm glad. Okay, what is in here? Okay, yeah, so it's the book that I ended up buying from the airport on my way to Turkey, and then got an email from the publisher to say that they were going to send this. So thank you so much to Penguin for sending me this one, which is Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. I'm very excited about reading this one, hence me buying it while I was at the airport. So now I can get rid of this copy and I have another copy, which is exciting. So thank you so much to Penguin for sending me that one. I truly appreciate it. Let's go through these. In fact, let's do these first because they're in the way. So this one is Graphic Novel Station, which is a graphic novel subscription service. I have been trying them out for a while now. I think this is my 3rd box from them. And I do quite like getting graphic novels from them, but I think it's going to depend what I get in this box on whether or not I continue with it. I am enjoying it, and sometimes they hit the mark. The 2nd box was kind of a miss for me, I'm not going to lie. So we have the Eldritch Archives this month, and we have, what is this called? 7 Secrets by Tom Taylor, Danielle Di Nicuolo and Walter Baymonte. Interesting. I was worried for a second when I opened this up that this was going to be, because I could see just this side of it and I thought, oh my god, it's the Adventure Zone and I've already got them all. But it's not. But this looks good. A new series about 7 powerful secrets, words, wonders, weapons and worse, with a power to change the world. Interesting. And then this one is wrapped up. So we got a cute little bookmark. And then in here, it is a hardback, and we have Sabrina. I've got no idea what this is about. Not many words on the page. Sabrina is the best book in any medium I have read about our current moment. It's a masterpiece, beautifully written and drawn, possessing all of the political power of polemic and yet simultaneously all of the delicacy of truly great art. It scared me and I loved it. Unnerving mystery, a profoundly American nightmare. It's a shattering work of art. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. The jury's still out on whether or not I'm going to continue with this one, but we will see what happens. But yeah, so they are from the Graphic Novel Station. Struggles. Total brain fart for a minute then. Push. Pop them there. Then we do have an Illumicrate box, I think. Yes. This is a 2nd in a series special edition that Illumicrate have done. I haven't read the first one yet in this series, but I wanted to make sure I got the matching edition because these editions are gorgeous. So it's Dark Stars Burning, Ash Falls White by Amelia Wen Zhao. I do have the first one. This is beautiful. I am obsessed with the sprayed edges. It is signed by the author. The end pages. Oh my god. That's stunning. Beautiful. I really hope I like this series because these books are beautiful. Illumicrate really knocked it out of the park with these ones. So I'm very excited for that one. And then Fairy Loot, I have 2 boxes. I assume one may be adult, maybe one's a special edition. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have, oh, this is the first book in the Romanticy box. Okay. I did end up getting a subscription to the Romanticy box, which I'm very excited about. This book, however, I'm not sure how excited I am about it. So we're going to see how it is. This is the Dear Reader letter for the book, and the book is Law of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana. I'm glad that it's a full-size hardback though, I'm not going to lie, because I think naturally it's a smaller one, so I'm glad it's a full-sized one. This is stunning though. Very, very pretty indeed. End papers. Oh, that's pretty. And we've got some artwork underneath the dust jacket. Wow, that is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And then on the reverse of the dust jacket, ooh, pretty. Very nice indeed. I actually don't know the synopsis of this. I've just heard very mixed things about it, so I am a little bit anxious about it. But it is the first book in the Romanticy box, so I didn't really want to skip on it. Oh, the other... interesting. The other end papers. Interesting. I'm not going to read the whole synopsis. There is a little bit of a tagline, so I'll just read that. A library with a deadly enchantment, a fey lord who wants in, a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. The perfect cottagecore book about books with a love triangle that will keep you guessing. Interesting. And it is signed by the author as well. I am excited to give it a read. I'm just a little bit anxious, I'm not going to lie. So that is Law of the Wilds from Fairy Loot for the adult box. And then this one could quite possibly be a special edition. I think this one's actually been hanging around in my house for a little while and I just kept forgetting to open it. So let's find out what this is. Oh yes, it is. Okay, so this is the Fairy Loot edition of Iron Flame. I've recently gotten an email to say that the 4th Wing edition is coming very, very soon. These edges are beautiful. I still haven't finished this book yet. This one looks significantly massive compared to the others, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Underneath the dust jacket, absolutely beautiful. And then on the reverse of the dust jacket, honestly, that's stunning. I will probably flip these just because it will give me another cover to have on my shelves. Because right now I have, this is my 3rd copy of Iron Flame. And then when 4th Wing comes, it will be my, there's one downstairs, 2, 3, it will be my 4th copy of 4th Wing. So yeah, and I am thinking about getting rid of one of those copies. I think I'm going to swap the red dust jacket over onto the annotated plain edition that I've got. And then get rid of the other book with that dust jacket, the original dust jacket, and hope that nobody notices. I'll probably just take it to a charity shop, honestly, or just sell it cheap on Vinted, we'll see. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parcels from Waterstones. So let's see what I've been pre-ordering, shall we? Ooh, yay. Okay, so this is Powerful from Lauren Roberts. This is the sprayed edge edition. I am gonna try and get the Works copy because it's got fancy sprayed edges. So this is the second in this series, the Powerless series, and this one is following Adina and Payden. It's actually following Adina, who is Payden's best friend, and we get her side of things from when Payden is in the trials from the first book. Loved the first book, very excited to continue on with this series. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was a novella, but it's surprising when you see it in person how short it is. And then we have, oh yes, I'm so excited to read this. We have The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition, so it's very, very pretty. Signed by Holly. Ooh, that's cool. I am very excited about reading this one because I loved Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I couldn't finish the series off and it inevitably ended up on haul in the books, which makes me really sad. But the stalking element at the end of in the final book, sorry, was just too much for me and I couldn't continue. So I did unhaul those, but I also enjoyed 5 Survive, so I'm very excited about this one. I am going to look into this and see if it's done on like a, ooh, family tree. See if it's done on like a time scale like 5 Survive was, because I kind of wish I'd read that over 8-hour period. Just to put me in the position of the characters and stuff. This one is a thriller, YA thriller, I think. 18-year-old Belle has lived her whole life in the shadows of her mum's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished, and young Belle was the only witness. Rachel has gone, presumed dead. The case is dragged up from the past when the Price family agrees to a true crime documentary. Belle can't wait for filming to end, for life to go back to normal, but then Rachel Price reappears and life will never be the same. Lights, camera, action. Sounds fantastic. Very excited about reading this one. I've got so much tidying up to do after this one. Yay! Okay, next we have Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. I'm very excited about reading this one. I loved Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake by Maisie Eddings. I haven't read anything else by her, but I loved that one because the ADHD representation in it was fantastic. So I'm very looking forward to this one. I believe it's sapphic romance and I'm very hyped for it. So I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, I wish I could just, excluding Iron Flame, just do a reading vlog of all of these. We have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I am so hyped for this one. I believe that they're all single dad romances, maybe. She's been driving in wild for years, the kind of wild that comes with wanting your best friend's little sister knowing you can't have her. Yeah, buddy. Very excited for this one. I cannot wait. So hyped. So yeah, very excited for that one. And then the last one. This is so pretty. Okay, we have Someone You Can Build a Nest In. This is so much smaller than I thought it was going to be, by John Wiswell. When I was searching for, when it was the triple points last year, towards the end of last year, I was doing my 2024 pre-orders, and this one was on Waterstone's website, or I must have seen it on Goodreads or something, and it sounded fantastic. And I was chatting with Jade about it, and it sounds really, really good. Sweetly furious, darkly funny, and gruesomely wholesome. I just adored it. I think Jade has read this one already this month and really enjoyed it. Shin has made a fatal mistake for a monster. She's fallen in love. Shin is a shapeshifter who usually resides in an amorphous lump in the swamp of a ruined manor, unless impolite monster hunters invade intent on murdering her. Through a chance encounter, she meets a different kind of human, warm-heartedly homily, who mistakes Shin for a human in turn. Shin name is loath to deceive, but just as she's about to confess her true identity, Homily reveals she's hunting the shape-shifting monster that supposedly cursed her family. Shin didn't curse anyone, but to give them both a chance at happiness, she must figure out why Homily's twisted family thinks she did, and the bigger challenge remains surviving her toxic in-laws long enough to learn to build a life with the woman she loves. Adorable. It sounds so good. This is so much shorter than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought this was going to be like really long fancy length. Just over 300 pages. How satisfying is that? I'm going to want to get to this very, very soon, I think. Beautiful. I'm very excited about that. So that is the book haul for whilst I have been away. Quite the stack. The majority of these obviously I have bought. The only one gifted was Strange Sally Diamond. Shout out again to Penguin for that one. And I did just want to mention very quickly as well that if you are excited about either of these, or even just powerless, the audiobooks for these are on BookBeat. and I wanted to do a quick shout out for BookBeat. I do have an affiliate code which I will leave linked in the description box down below if you're interested in giving it a bash. They do in general give 30 days free for you to try it out, but I have a 60-day free trial for you, which is 40 hours of free listening. And obviously with it being an affiliate link, I do earn a bit of commission from that. I do want to be upfront about that. But if you wanted to try it out, unfortunately it is for the UK only, UK residents only, my apologies. But if you wanted to try it out, both of these series, both of these books are on there. They have a huge array of books that you can listen to, and they're fantastic. I've been using them for years, and I've just recently become an affiliate because I love the way that they work. They do it with like a 3-tier system, so your subscription can change depending on how many hours you want a month. So it's like $5.99 for 20 hours a month, I think it's $9.99 for 50 hours a month, and then $14.99 for 100 hours a month. I pay for the top one, but I very rarely use 100 hours a month. They don't restrict your books like other apps do. And they're fantastic. I really love to work with them. So if you're interested in getting 40 hours free reading for the next 2 months, free listening, sorry, for the next 2 months, there will be an affiliate link in the description box down below that you can click and try them out. So yeah, both of these are on there, and I'm very excited to listen to both of these on there as well. I also think this series is on there too, if I remember correctly. They have so many new books. Empire of the Damned I'm going to be listening to on there too. So yeah, but that is my lovely stack while I've been on holiday. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. What have you read over this time period that I have been away? And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I've got absolutely no idea how this is going to come out. I don't know how much footage I've actually got at this point. I haven't edited anything yet. I don't even have my laptop yet. It's still at my brother's. He's calling around this afternoon. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.